You know, many people ask me the question, especially if you read the book Vision for Life and look at our different DVDs, hear our different CDs, it takes a long time to do what we're doing. Dr. Bates had a smart answer. He said, either you spend the whole day working correctly with your eyes or incorrectly with your eyes. There's a lot to it. If you look at details, you work correctly. If you take away your eyes from making an effort, for example, you look at a distance while you're working with the computer, so you will not make an effort. That's also a good thing. If you blink, that's a good thing. But returning to the schedule, take some time on the weekend to spend hours on your eyes. That's a great thing to do. It is rewarding. There's nothing like seeing better when you work on yourself. But then throughout the day, decide of a minimum of 20-25 minutes that you work on your eyes. Whether it is palming, whether it is sunning, whether it is looking at details, whether it is paying attention to the periphery, whether it is working on balanced use of the two eyes. Sometimes when I wait for a waiter in a restaurant, or if I was already ordered my food, I go out, put my red and green glasses on, and read with each eye separately a text. I go out and do some sunning separately. And so if you give yourself a minimum of 20 minutes a day, and then when you have days with more time, you will succeed in the program. If you get paralyzed because there's so much work to do, you will not succeed. Many people excuse themselves by saying, I don't have the time that it takes. So give the time that you have, and you'll see that you'll get better. When I worked on myself in all situations. For 13 hours a day, I learned to use my eyes differently. I got the order from my Braille teacher. Don't look at the Braille, you don't see it anyway. What a wonderful order. That really stopped me from looking at anything. And when I started to work on my eyes in my teens, when I was 17, I looked at different things. I looked at the bells in my school and moved from bell to bell. I got into trouble with my teachers for working on my eyes. I remember my biblical teacher was very upset I would sit in the backyard and do the sunning exercise of moving my head from side to side, like I'm doing right now. I don't know what it disturbed him. I was the best student in the class in biblical studies. So the point is, I did not stop practicing. At a certain point, you will be able to use the practice that you do over the long period of time to moment by moment in your day, from breathing to blinking, from shifting and looking to different details to reminding yourself that there is a periphery. Because many times when you get engaged with reading, with looking at computer, you forget that there is a ceiling, a floor, or walls, and you'll be able to tell yourself they exist. So if you work on yourself, you will see results. You will see results which are beyond anyone's expectation because you ended up putting the work. Don't second guess it. And by the way, sometimes you do some things, it doesn't work, then do something else that works. Dr. Bates said, if all I've suggested to you did not work, try something different that will work for you. I would suggest the same thing. I've not seen too many people who work on themselves and did it wisely that didn't improve. So start now. Don't wait. And I think that you will get all the support that you need from the literature that we have and from the workshops that we give here and from the individual sessions. So you can definitely consult with us by phone, by Skype, in person, with bodywork, where we touch you and help you get more circulation to your head and to your body. And by consulting with our workshops as we travel all over the world and teach. Our stronghold is actually in Brazil, but we teach all over the world. And we have another stronghold in Israel, and yet we teach all over Europe. Please be in touch with us. More than that, Be in touch with yourself and let yourself work on yourself. Don't get paralyzed by thinking it's too much, because it never is. Many blessings.